Hello, Facebook and August Gate specifically. Pastor Noah here. As promised, I'm putting together some home workout ideas for you over the course of the next several weeks. So I want to make sure that we not only stay spiritually active, we stay physically active as well. So I'm going to share with you today a birthday workout. Today is Piper Ruth, our third child. It's her 7th birthday. And so we're going to do this workout in honor of her. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each of the movements. I'm going to show you the base movement of each of these so anybody can do them. And then I'll show you some progressions in case you have a little bit more fitness in your life and you want to try things a little bit more difficult. So 4 movements. But before we get into those movements, I want everybody to warm up. So the best way to do this is put on one of your favorite songs, and I want you to march to the beat for the entirety of that song. It may be the Trolls soundtrack or The Greatest Showman or something like that. And I invite you to put something on that'd be appropriate for the whole family, so you can do this with your kids. But march that out because you want your muscles to be warm before you start stretching. Then after you've marched that out, I want you to do a few different warm-up exercises. First, you can do some arm circles. You stick your arms out to the side, start really, really small going forward and get bigger and bigger, and then do the same thing the other way. And then there's a movement called Good Mornings, where you put your arms in front of your chest or your hands behind your head, and you're going to hinge at your hips, just like this, keeping your knees straight. It's going to warm up your lower back and your hamstring complex. So you do those about 20 times, and by then you're going to be pretty well ready to get moving. If you need to do some toe touches, you need to do some spreading your legs and some bends, you want to do those, but you don't want to do stationary static stretching. You want to do more dynamic, so more bouncing, more quicker movements, smooth movements with all of that. Once you've done those movements, we're going to get into the workout. Again, 4 movements. The first movement is called a thruster. Now, I want to start this as basic as possible, and so there's a few things you can do. You can do this with no weight at all, but I encourage you to find something in your house for other movements we're going to do throughout the coming weeks. A broom is a great implement that most of us have in our house, or something with a long pole like this that you can use. And also, you're going to want to find 2 objects of equal or very similar weight that you can use in each of your hands. So I've got some reams of paper here that are a few pounds, and then this broom here. A thruster is a basic workout that's going to use your whole body. And so if you are somebody that doesn't have a lot of mobility for a full squat, I invite you to get a chair and just have it next to you. So here's the basic movement of a thruster. The lowest movement, I would say, is to either do this without anything in your hands or grab a broom. You're going to stand in front of your chair, and you're going to hold the broom above your shoulders, resting it right there on the top of your chest. And you're going to sit down till your bottom hits the chair, and then you're going to stand up and press your hands above your head. You'll do that 7 times. Now, if you have a little bit more fitness, then I want to encourage you to do this without a chair, by standing and getting to a full squat and then pressing this above your head. Again, to make this a little bit harder, you grab those objects of equal weight and put one in each hand and do the same movement. Full squat, up above your head. That's a thruster. We're going to do 7 of those. After you've done 7 thrusters, the next movement is a burpee. Now, I know that a lot of people are not used to doing burpees, so instead of a burpee, if you're just getting started, we're just going to do what I call get-ups. The easiest way to do a get-up, the most basic, is just to go down on the ground on your knees in front of the chair, and then stand back up. Down on your knees in front of the chair, using your hands to stabilize, stand back up. If you want to make that a little more difficult, go all the way down to the ground, hands and knees, all the way up, and then finally, the full burpee, all the way to the ground, all the way up, and clap. That would be a burpee. We're going to do 7 of those. After that, the third movement is going to be jumping jacks. If you're just getting started with fitness, you don't want to go too hard, and so what we want to do is just do one-legged jumping jacks, arms to your side, and when you put your hands above your head, just take one foot out to the side and touch. One foot out to the side and touch. And then if you're able to, full jumping jacks. We're going to do 7 of those, and then lastly, air squats. Air squats are similar to a thruster, except you're holding on to nothing, and you're not doing another movement with your arms. So if you are just getting started, grab your chair. You're just going to sit down in your chair, and then back up, down, and back up. If you want to go a little bit harder, do a full air squat, all the way down until your hips are past your knees. The hip crease is past the knee crease. And if you're really looking for a challenge, grab a toddler grab an object of some amount of weight, put it on your back, put it in front of you, and hold it and go down. We've got Docs, and he's a few pounds, and we can use him. Those are the 4 movements. So again, thrusters, burpees, jumping jacks, air squats. Let's do 7 rounds of those, as long as it takes, or 30 minutes. So 1 round is 7 of each movement, rest about a minute, and then 7 of each movement again, rest about a minute. So you've done 7 rounds. Or you can set your timer for 30 minutes and see how many you can do in 30 minutes. Guys, this is a quick, easy workout anybody can do. Grab your family, grab your kids, and let's get to it. Peace.